I've been a substitute teacher for 10 years. Yesterday, a first grader told me something about her home life that made me call it CPS immediately. The thing about being a substitute teacher is that kids often tell you things they wouldn't tell their regular teachers. Maybe it's because I knew or because they think whatever they say won't matter once I am gone tomorrow. Over 10 years, I've heard everything from innocent family secrets to teenage confessions that made me blush. But nothing prepared me for what happened in Mrs. Garcia's first grade class yesterday. The day started normally, 22 6-year-olds staring at me with that special mix of curiosity and mischief reserved for substitute teachers. I introduced myself, took attendance, and started the morning routine Mrs. Garcia had carefully outlined in her notes. During arts and crafts time, the assignment was simple. Draw your family doing something you enjoy together. As I walked around helping with scissors and glue sticks, I noticed Maddie. "What's your family doing in your picture, Maddie?" I asked, kneeling beside her desk. "This is Patty's and her friend taking a nap," she explained, pointing to two stick figures on what appeared to be a bed. "And this is me playing the Quibird game under the bed." Something about her matter-of-fact tone made my skin prickle. "The Quibird game? How do you play that when Precious has friends over?" "I have to hide under the bed and be super quiet," she said carefully, adding yellow scribbles to her drawing. "If I win and stay quiet the whole time, I get McDonald's. If I make noise and lose, I have to sleep in the car." My heart sank as she continued coloring, completely unaware of what she'd just revealed. "How often do you play this game, Maddie?" "Lots of times when Patsy's needs money," she replied. "Waka friends come over, but the game is always the same." She then pulled out another drawing from her folder minus a crude but recognizable picture of a car in a parking lot. "This is where we sleep when I lose the game. Sometimes it's really cold, but Prakashis gives me her coat." I maintained my composure, asked a few more gentle questions, and then moved on to other students. While my mind raced, during lunch break, I immediately contacted the principal, who called in the school counselor. Within an hour, we were on the phone with Child Protective Services. The hardest part was continuing to teach for the rest of the day, watching Maddie laugh and play with her friends, completely unaware that her innocent drawings had set in motion a process that would likely change her life forever. As I was packing up at the end of the day, Maddie brought me one last drawing minus a stick figure with curly hair that I recognized as myself. "This is you," she said proudly. "I made your hair extra curly because you are pretty." "Thank you, Maddie," I managed to say, fighting back tears. "That's very kind." She smiled and skipped away to line up for dismissal, waving goodbye as her class filed out the door. I learned later that CPS removed her from her home that evening. I've spent the last 24 hours wondering if I did the right thing. What if I misunderstood? What if the system fails her? But then I remember her small voice explaining the Quibird game with such normalcy, and I know I couldn't have lived with myself if I'd stayed silent. The most haunting part isn't what Maddie told me, minus it's knowing how many other children are out there, drawing pictures that no one is looking at closely enough. Sometimes being a substitute teacher means more than just following lesson plans. Sometimes it means being the adult who finally notices what a child has been trying to show the world all along. I may never see Maddie again, but I hope wherever she ends up, no one makes her play the Quibird game anymore.